What's up, guys? Hmm. We'll wait on everybody to get in here. Stuff set up here. Stuff set up here. Mute that because I don't need to hear myself. Let's see. All right, there we go. Now everybody's coming in. While we're waiting, y'all got to bear with me. I'm finishing up the last bite of my dad's birthday cake. Hmm. Had my dad's birthday party last night and had some cake left over, and leftover cake and coffee is kind of a hard thing to pass up. All right, let's move that out of the way. Jay, Mitch, Benjamin. Nothing too exciting on tap today for you guys. Just hadn't done a live one in a while and thought I'd throw one up. So we'll give it a few minutes to see if anybody joins in. I'm trying to read comments over here to the side because I can't see them up here. So if y'all haven't saw earlier, I put up live my little upgrade video on the Visca AK. So look for some video coming on that soon. We're going to get it out to the range. I'm anxious to get some rounds through it and see what she'll do. Got high hopes for it. Been a while since I had a good AK, so it's good to have one back in the safe again. And if all works out, might be some more in the future. Still an AR guy, it's still my go-to for a lot of reasons, but might be some more AKs in the future. Partly because there's some I want, and partly because I think there's videos that some of y'all might want to see and do, especially folks that are just getting started and trying to get set up and equipped. So anyway. Oh wow, I just now see the notification popping up that I'm actually live. Oh no, we lost a couple of people. The horror. Whatever. Oop. Let me see. All right. So what are you guys up to today? I'm just trying to read comments over here, so. I have not done that, Jay. I might have to do that. It's nothing spectacular, but might have to do that. Well, Mitch, that sounds absolutely horrible. I don't know how you tolerate and bear doing that. Of course, for me, I'd have to substitute the beer for some coffee, or maybe a little rum, because in the words of the great Jack Sparrow, rum's good. Oh, by the way, while we're waiting on people to get in here, y'all make sure you go grab you a T-shirt from my buddy's website. Let me turn around here. You can see that. Ta-da. Shameless plug. He's got a lot of cool shirts up on his website. TheLeagueOfPirates.com. Go check it out. You won't be disappointed. There's a couple more over there that I want to grab and have just to be able to hoist the colors. So let's see. Trying to keep track of comments here on the laptop, but I got a couple of videos that are editing, so I hope it doesn't. Tequila. Yeah, I try to stay away from tequila just because reasons. Still in church. Good Lord, it's 2:30 here. Church is long since over. Church is over, lunch is over. It's the in between lunch and evening service time right now. Well, that's what you get for being out there on the left coast. If you were on the right coast, you'd be right. Oh, see what I did there? And speaking of which, if you're still sitting in church, what are you doing watching me? You got far more important things to be paying attention to than me if you're still sitting in church. Believe me, it's far more important than me. Yeah, unfortunately. Unfortunately. I think the entire country is going to be left coast in the not too distant future because Virginia might be a lost cause. Louisiana just reelected their SOCOM governor. Um, uh, we're losing states fast, and if you look at the Virginia electoral map, just like the Louisiana electoral map, the far vast quantity of the state is red. Just the little blue sections right around a couple of the major cities, and they end up dictating everything for the entire rest of the state, which is the exact polar opposite of what the founders wanted and what we were supposed to be founded on. It's absolutely amazing. Absolutely amazing. Sorry, buddy of mine messaging me real quick. And I'll apologize if I keep moving around on you guys. Kind of hard to get comfortable. My back is absolutely killing me today. Well, not just today, all the time. Back ain't doing so good. We'll talk about that more later. But Camp Lejeune, Semper Fi, man, Semper Fi. Although methinks you spelled Semper wrong, but I translated because I'm good like that. Exactly, Jay. Exactly. They're like locusts. They destroy their own area, and then because their own area is destroyed, they migrate to other areas that haven't been destroyed, and then turn around and destroy them. Yeah, see, um, when I went to Fort Jackson, they taught us how to translate jarhead speak, because with the hunting and the pecking of the keyboards in between the crayons. So, and I can say that because a good number of my best friends were jarheads. Alberta, you way up there in Canuck land. Yep, Tennessee afternoon. We ain't covering nothing overly important right now, guys. So, Crystal, hello, ma'am. How are you? So did you go to your training day yesterday, Crystal? Or was that just yesterday, or was he doing that today too? Excellent, excellent, good deal. Yeah, FM. That's what I was just asking Crystal. I knew y'all had a private day yesterday. Nice. I'm a big fan of that whole movement thing. Don't intend on standing still very much in a gunfight, but I'm weird that way. See, in my amateur opinion, standing still is a good way to get shot because stationary targets are easy to hit. I don't particularly want to get shot, so I use my caveman brain to determine I want to move instead. Weird that. So if y'all just joining in, go check out my buddy's website, theleagueofpirates.com. Grab a t-shirt. You won't be disappointed. And go check out the video I just put up on this and what all I did. Oh, the Federal Bureau of Idiots. Oh, did I say that out loud? Crap. Sorry. Things slip out like that on occasion. A clue. I know some FBI guys, and I'll say this. There are some FBI guys that wouldn't know a clue if somebody set it in their hand and wrapped it with duct tape. And there are others that do. So I won't paint the whole organization with a broad brush, but some of them ain't so bright. Yes, you do, Crystal. FM, thank you for rocking that. Hope it worked out well for you. Yes, I have lots of League of Pirates swag on my to get list. I just got to bump the PayPal account back up and get some expendable funds. So anyway, we're just kind of ruminating. I'm assuming that you all are following the absolute sham of a circus up in D.C. Pay attention to that. As I keep harping in videos, pay attention to your state and local elections. You see what just happened in Virginia. Louisiana just reelected their uh, socialist communist governor. Um, it I got a bad sinking feeling that cancer is spreading and going to spread to other states. Texas is already having problems turning purple. We've got so many Yankees here in Florida that we're falling under the same thing as the other states. Three-quarters of the state's red, and then a couple of big cities turn blue and dictate everything to everybody else. And yes, Crystal, I have multiple friends in VA, and they are all um, not happy, to put it politely. Yeah, Arizona's suffering from the same problem as Texas. You got freaking nightmare folks coming from California and infesting all the surrounding states and bringing all their stupidity with them. So, oh, I have no doubt there's a lot of voter fraud involved. That's dead people got to vote too. We can't discriminate. Let me check on something. Give me one moment. Excuse me. Vote early, vote often. Yep, that's the SOCOM motto. That is the SOCOM motto. It's gonna be distracting. I got the side door open over there. Let some cool air in, and way back, across the way back there, the other side of the end of the pond, some of the neighbors are out, and I can hear them talking. Their voices carrying all the way over here. It's distracting to hear voices in my ear, separate from the other voices I normally hear in my head. Right now, the sun just came out, so it's actually warmed up. Um, it's climbed up to 57 now. It was about 50 20 minutes ago. Yeah, it's 57 now, so I like the 50 a lot better than the 57, but that's just me. In fact, if it was 40, which it's been 39, 40 at night, which has been great, but yeah, not the usual voices. I'm used to the usual voices. It's the new strange ones that kind of throw me off. Like, wait a minute, you're new. Who are you? Hmm. Interesting. People always want to message me whenever I'm doing this. It's like they know. So what's on y'all's mind today? I don't have a whole lot going on. So like I said, I just realized I hadn't done a live video in a couple of months actually. So just wanted to throw something up and see what was happening. Ah, yes, Bloomberg. The Democrat elections are absolutely, I don't even know what to make of them right now. Well, yeah, I do, but not for here. Yes, Crystal, Hong Kong. That's a good point. I'm glad you reminded me of that. Pay attention, folks, to what's going on in Hong Kong. Regardless of which side you fall on, the people, the government, whatever, pay attention to that situation. If you're on Facebook, go look at the video that Michael Yon just put up. I think it was from last night, early this morning. Um, the government was moving a little like a just an armored truck into a crowd where the people had set up a big barricade, and they absolutely lit them up with Molotovs. And that truck had to throw it in reverse and do a hasty plan Nike the other direction. And them people ain't even got guns, okay? They just threw up a barricade and scrounged together some Molotovs. Don't ever let anyone try to convince you that you can't fight the government. They don't even have these, and they don't have a population with anywhere near the training that our population does. Believe me, in real short order, the government would not be, we would be as well armed as the government in really short order if that were to happen. Now, fortunately, I don't ever see our government being that big of a threat, to be honest. You've heard me mention that in other videos. But it's highly possible, is my point. Don't let people convince you that you couldn't, because they will try to use that argument against you of why, oh, you're not going to use an AR-15 or an AK to fight the government anyway. Want to bet? Nope, they don't want a Tiananmen Square. That's why they're popping Molotovs now, not just standing there, which good on them. Guerrilla warfare will rule the day. Full-size KS-47? Yes, it's actually on my list. That's all I'm going to say about that. Yep, I've watched them using the lasers. That's good. Oh, mindset's absolutely important. If you throw in the stuff that we've got access to with the same mindset, bada bing, baby. Let's see. Make sure I didn't miss anything. Let me scroll back. Yeah, Jay, if they had the second, it'd be a whole different story. And I love the whole super glue in the concrete blocks of the ground, make it hard for vehicles to drive. That's just excellent. Matt is doing good. I emailed with him this morning. He is doing good. I'm always open to doing stuff with folks. It just depends on if I can make it happen with my limited technological capabilities. Exactly, macaroni, exactly. No, Matt and I have been talking about doing some more stuff. Um, we actually tried to coordinate some stuff a couple of weeks ago, but our schedules are like trying to put round pegs through square holes and vice versa, getting them to mesh up. Because I'm busy. Brandon, afternoon. It our schedules just. I have a hard time getting away from the house because I'm stuck here working, and when I do get away, it's for a doctor's appointment or something else like that. So let's see. Move all this out of the way. Yeah, I saw Matt's video. We'd actually talked about it a little bit behind the scenes. Justice? I ain't gonna hold my breath. Just saying. Buy mags and ammo and food and water, medicine. Oh yeah, and go train. And after you've done that, go train some more. Yeah, Matt's wanting to try to get more stuff up and going and active. Trying to cover as broad a spectrum as possible. I think you should, Crystal. You need to get something up. I'll watch. Seth, yes, actually I do. Oh, well, unfortunately, nothing for the rest of the year because Thanksgiving, Christmas, my son's birthday, yeah, the rest of this year is up to here. Um, we've got our big uh, our annual get together in January, and then after that, I'm trying to get some stuff scheduled. So I've got one, two, three, four. I've got about 4 or 5 different folks that I want to have down for classes next year. I just got to start getting dates scheduled, Crystal. So to answer your question, a lot that I want to get lined up. I just haven't gotten it lined up yet. We're working on it. I have one other little extenuating circumstance that I'm uh, having to get sorted out before I can get all that scheduled and planned. So WD, no, I did not loan him that. That is his own. I'm pretty sure that was just his old woodland poncho liner, which makes a great backdrop. Kyle, yeah, I just talked to my uncle yesterday. They were here for my dad's birthday, and he's already bagged one deer up at the property. I want to get up there and get one, but I don't know when I'm gonna have time. I honestly don't. I might not get to go hunting at all this entire hunting season. Let's see. Retiring at the end of my. Yeah, WD. I think 30 years. You've earned a little retirement. Go ahead and hang those cleats up, brother. Yeah, that's good that you got folks close together like that, Crystal. Quasar, what's going on? And player. Yeah, go be a player elsewhere. Bye bye. Yes, I did vote for Trump because there's no way in hell I was voting for Hillary. And if you want to go vote for her, knock yourself out. But you ain't going to come in my house and spout it, so bye bye. Here's you. You voted for Trump. Here's me. Bye bye. Cameron, what's going on? Oh, I have no idea, Seth. That's way out of my bailiwick. Way out of it. FM. Oh man, it's like 5 right now. Unfortunately, I'm behind and I don't like it. I lose sleep at night over being so far behind. All I can say is if you want one, get it in as soon as you can. Freya, that's enough. That's the mobile alarm system. Freya, must be somebody out there. Yeah, with Christmas and everything coming up, it's gonna slow me down even more because I'm gonna miss a few days. Oh, of course they are, WD. That's that's been their motivation all along. That's why I've been saying for a year now, keep watching your state and local elections, your politicians at the state and local level. When they start passing those little small local ordinances, state laws, taxing ammo and guns, all that kind of crap, they're going to find every way they possibly can to circumvent it. And too many people, even those on our side, don't pay attention. It makes you want to bang your head in the ground. All right, Jay, take care, brother. We will catch you later. Well, I just put up something on it. I have not got it to the range yet, though. I'm planning on doing that uh, maybe next weekend. We'll see. We'll see. I'm having to work a lot, try to get stuff done, and I'm been cutting into my free time. That's also part of the lack of videos, but had to take the day off and just chill out. Ah, there's another crayon eater joined us. Good deal. Yeah, I think the West Coast is lost. It's going to be hard to come back from that. And be ready. I saw your comment. Thank you for following. I am by far nobody special. Half the time, don't even know what I'm talking about. I'm just an expert amateur, but I appreciate you following nonetheless. Oh, exactly, Mitch. Suing Remington, that's all part of the plan. Make it so they can start suing these companies, put them out of business financially. AJ, no, I was just talking about that. I have not got a chance to go hunting yet. My uncle just killed one yesterday. No, day before. Just talked to him yesterday about that. So we do have some venison in the freezer, but I want to go get me one And looking at my weekends the rest of the year, I don't know if I'm going to have a free weekend to go do it, which is quite annoying. Yes, Crystal, they are. As much as I hate doing it because I feel guilty for not working, I have to take a day off every once in a while and stop. I mean, you can only sit there and sew for so long. When I start making mistakes, that's when I know I've got to stop and let the brain unwind. Oh, borrow it, use it, trademark it, Crystal. You can do that two ways. Sometimes I'm an expert amateur, and sometimes I'm an amateur expert. Just depends on the topic at hand. Oh, Robert, way behind. It's a good 5 months right now. Unfortunately, sad to say. For some reason, some people like my gear. Corsair, what's going on? Y'all excuse me 1 second. Hey, what are you doing? Much like General MacArthur, I have returned. I apologize for that, guys. I know my dog's barks and growls, and the bark and growl suddenly changed, and I knew what she had done. We have a very large black racer snake that likes to live close to the house, and she does not like snakes. And her growl and bark changed to her, there's a snake out here and I want to kill it sound. And we like having the black racer around because he keeps all the mice and the rats and other undesirable creatures away and venomous snakes away. So I had to go make sure she wasn't killing the snake because I want him to stay alive. And it's been cloudy and rainy and cold the past couple of days. And since the sun just came out, the snake come out to try to warm up in the sun a little bit, and she was bothering it. So let me catch up on y'all's comments real quick. Hang on. AZ Rat, what's going on? Yeah, Crystal, she's a trip. All I can say, Robert, is if you want one, get the order in, and I will get to it just as quick as I possibly can. No, I don't get burnt out on answering it. Not at all. That's one thing people will send me emails, wanting to check on an order or ask questions, and I'm like, don't ever apologize for that. I'm not one of those people. As long as you're asking a legit, honest question or whatever, that's fine. If you're just emailing to be a buttwad, then whatever. But I don't mind questions. I don't mind talking about it. Oh yeah, WD, we got plenty of those timber rattlers, diamondback rattlers, water moccasins, pygmy rattlers, occasional copperhead, coral snakes, yada yada. But we like the big black racers because they keep all of those away and they're not venomous. So purpose, good deal. Quasar, no, we were just talking about Matt. He and I actually were emailing this morning a little bit. Um, haven't done anything, but we're trying to plan some stuff. Freya, leave the snake alone, please. I say I've got the side door open over here so she can go in and out and let some fresh air flow through here and air the house out a little bit. But she likes to take advantage of the opportunity to go outside and kill things because, dog. Squirrels are evil demons that must be eradicated from the earth. Snakes are equally evil and must be eradicated. You too, Cameron, you too. AZ Rat, I'm looking at getting a snow camo pattern to start doing, but I've done a few in the past, and the problem is so many people say they want snow stuff, and then you get it to do it, and then all of a sudden nobody wants it. Snow pattern gear is really, really hard to sell and move, and I just can't have a roll of material sitting over here doing nothing. I'm not big enough and financially capable of doing that. I got to have material that's moving and going out the door. So oh, it's quiet because nobody wants to pay attention to the elephant in the room. And I'll touch on that real quick and give you my 2 cents because that's why you're here, right? To get my 2 cents. Although it's actually with inflation worth probably a wooden nickel. But anyway, I digress. The whole Mexico thing. I know the president mentioned here was a week or so ago when that happened that we'll start intervening in Mexico and offering our help to them, and we'll go to war with the cartels and stuff. Um, I have no love for the cartels and all that happens down there in Mexico, but understand this. That's kind of Mexico's problem. Now, I'm all about helping your neighbors if they need help. But again, understand the cartels have got more people right here in the continental United States than Al Qaeda could ever dream of having. Al Qaeda wishes they had a quarter of the people that the cartels do right here in the States. We start getting directly and openly involved in stuff down there on the other side of the border with the Mexican government. Rest assured, you will see it on the streets of America as well. And I don't think people are truly planned and ready for that to happen. So that could be one of those, be very careful what you wish for because you just might get it and you might not pay attention to the unintended consequences of it. It's been a few weeks, WD. I've just been up to my neck. Um, I got family that lives there, so there's always somebody there full time. But I think my feed just froze up. Did I lose y'all? If I did, I can't see any comments. And if y'all can still hear me, my chat just got disconnected, so it's trying to reconnect. Give me just a minute. I can't see comments. Technology, why must you fight me so? Hang on, let me try to refresh this page. Of course. Hang on, guys. I cannot see what y'all are saying. Let me try to get this stupid thing to connect. Stupid internet, be more smarter. Ugh. We're back. All right. Let me see here. Let me scroll back and catch up. Quasar, no. I don't have any 308s. Although my dad just got a 308 from a buddy of his at church. Might have a video on that soon. We'll see. Okay. Yeah, there's a lot going on down there with Mexico. We need to be very, very careful with that because the government and the law enforcement, the military, the whole 9 yards is so corrupt and ate up. You 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 can't hardly trust what anybody's saying or doing, and I just think that would be a very, very dangerous thing for us to get involved with. Not a fan of the idea, to be honest. So, Quasar, are you talking about a 308 AR? Ooh, I'm getting low. Uh, well, years back, I had an older Remington LTR that the only thing I did to it was stick a scope on it. It was a nice Leupold LRT scope and a bipod, and with 168 grain gold medal match at 100 yards, it would stack them in a dime size hole. That thing was ridiculous what it would do when I did my part. But that was quite a few years ago. One of my best friends up in Virginia, believe it or not, actually has that rifle right now. Yeah, it's highly possible. It's highly possible. Somebody's got a fire going outside. I can smell it. Love that smell. And there goes the alarm system. She is off again. Let's see, how far in this are we? We're pushing 45 minutes. Not going to drag this on too long for you guys unless there's something specifically y'all want to talk about. Oh, we've just got our one dog, Crystal. Um, my cousin's got a couple of dogs, and we got other animals at his place at the bug out property. But we just got our one. She's about a year old abandoned stray that somebody abused and dumped out and at a friend's place, and we took her in and got her all fixed up, and I've been working with her, and she has decided that she likes having people that love on her and feed her and take care of her, and a nice warm dry house and a nice soft bed, and has become extraordinarily attached and protective of the house and us. So she's a lap lover unless she doesn't like you, and if you try to come in the house, she'll take your face off. But that's what I like about her. Yeah, I wish I could have one going, Frank, but I still got to finish working on the fireplace, and it ain't quite cool enough. It was the past couple of nights, but not today. It's back up in the 50s, so let's see. Oh, purpose driven shooter, you are dead on. All those people wanting the fight are ones that hadn't ever really thought it through all the way. I don't want it at all. Now, I'm willing to do what I got to do if I'm pushed, but to want it, no, I don't actually want it to happen. And now she's back there going at it with the neighbor's dogs. Oh yeah, I've done that, Quasar. That's awesome, Crystal. WD, I'm a one man operation. It is just me. Well, me and my wife, but I do all the sewing. She handles the books and pays the bills and keeps the money straight and all that. So other than that, it's just me. Yeah, exactly, macaroni. Um, yeah, AZ. I think steady's probably the simple way of putting it. More like up to my eyeballs. I have no idea what that nutter's doing back there now. Oh, Alsatian, it would be nuts. They would be all over the place at the same time. Purpose. Night vision can be an extraordinarily valuable tool. However, for most people, I think that should be at the bottom of the list. You will be far better served with food, water, medicine, ammo, mags, and lots of training before the night vision because night vision is expensive. It's an expensive thing to get into. Now, it can be an extraordinarily valuable thing. However, to be effective with night vision, you actually have to train with it a lot because it's a very different way of using it in a defensive fighting context. You don't just buy night vision and suddenly have to use it. Okay? And there's a lot that goes into it to be effective with it. There's typically other things you need. It gets really expensive really fast. So while night vision can be valuable, for most people, I think it should be at the very bottom of the list. Man, I don't know, WD. Um, every business is kind of different. You just got to kind of look in your local area what you got to do to get started and try to get yourself out there. Try to find people you can take on jobs for that'll spread the word for you and kind of get your name out there. Word of mouth is a great way to get going. You could go LLC. I'm an S corp, so either way works. Purpose. I've talked with him about it, but I have not found out anything recently. And if I did, it's not something that involves me or that I'm uh, interested in getting into. So I stay away from the topic and let those involved handle it and deal with it. But yeah, I mean, LLC would be a way to go. I mean, if you've got other people that you can bring in, like with me and my wife, and I've got a couple other folks that are on our board. So yeah, LLC is actually limited liability corporation. I'm an S corp, which is it's a corporation, but it's a small corporation, small business. So yeah, uwgearinc.com, uwgearinc.com. That's my website. Oh, are you asking WD or me? I don't know if WD's got anything, but honestly, WD, um, go, believe it or not, one of the best tools for a small business is Facebook. I know it seems counterintuitive, but it's free and it's an easy way to get a lot of exposure to a lot of people real quick and easy. I hate a lot of things about Facebook, but I have to, admit it where I got to admit it. It's been a valuable business tool for me of, getting my name and business out there. And I'll be honest, I have no qualms of using the enemy's tools against them. Hang on a second again. Sorry, guys. Right, right, come. Right, sorry, she's back there antagonizing the neighbor's dogs, and I want to make sure she wasn't trying to get after any of them. Okay, sorry about that. AZ Rat, which? Oh, Matt. Okay, Matt Bracken. No, Matt just writes. He doesn't do any teaching or anything. Trying to read y'all's comments and listen to them at the same time. You got to remember, not everybody is good at training. Like, as far as being a teacher. Hang on again. I apologize, guys. Sorry about this. What's she doing? What's she doing? Let him bark. Let him bark. Crazy dogs. My dog likes to run over and to the back fence back there, and where our back fence meets the neighbor's property, and their dogs come over and they like to bark and raise heck, and my dog just kind of stands there and, why are y'all being so loud and stupid? What are you doing? You're not intimidating. And then every time she moves, they jump. It's funny to watch. Reading, 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 reading. Yeah, my other state's Georgia. If I wasn't here, I'd be in Georgia. Other than Georgia, I'd be in one of the Carolinas. That's about it. There a fourth one?
Yes. The pit bull is tied up.
Yeah.
There's a big, like, collie looking dog. Looks like maybe a sheepdog.
Lord.
And she's drooling out of her mouth.
Afraid to come in?
No. All she wants to do is play.
Let's see. Quasar. You talking about my KS-47 pistol? Is that what you're talking about? Yeah, my KS-47 pistol. I got a video up on that I did shot some groups with. She waved hello back. She was walking by, trying to keep an eye on the pooch. Ours is kind of an alpha female, and she intimidates the neighbors' dogs. They all come up raising heck to the fence, and she just kind of stands there and stares them down and like doesn't budge. And it's that typical human scenario where you got the guys that are just running their mouth, 90 to nothing, and the real loud screamers in the room, and there's the other guy that's standing there just kind of going, whatever. And you can tell the guys running their mouth are super intimidated. That's the dogs. Yeah, go back, Quasar, towards the first part of this year. Look around March or April, somewhere in that time frame, if I'm remembering correctly. Don't hold me to that. I've got a video up where I did some groups with the KS-47. It's retarded accurate. I mean, retarded accurate for what it is. I mean, that's one of the reasons it's become one of my favorite go-to guns. Let's see. I don't know that I would sand it. Um, is it all PSA? I mean, is it a Palmetto State carry handle, bolt carrier group, upper? Um, is that all factory or? WD, you talking about the whole is your video for minors thing? If that's the case, yeah, I already put those settings in right whenever it first came up. Purpose, if it's all PSA, go shoot the thing. Get a couple of hundred rounds through it and see if it smooths up. If it doesn't, then contact PSA and let them know. If you can't get a hold of anybody there, let me know, and I'll see if I can get in touch with somebody. Macaroni, yes, I think hand-to-hand training is vitally important for a lot of things. Yeah, I already did Child Protection Act detailed thing where my videos are not for kids, but I don't care if they watch them kind of deal. Whatever. Um, yes, back to what I was saying. I lost my train of thought for a second. The style that I trained in, I started out years ago in Taekwondo back in the early 90s. But the majority of my training has all been in a style that actually my sensei developed that he called Tanghap Musul, which basically translated means a combination of the arts. So he's a retired Navy chief, and he's a second, third, fourth degree in a number of different styles. And he took bits and pieces from all these different styles and took out the things that he liked, kind of discarded what he didn't, and created his own style. So we pulled things from jujitsu, shorin ryu, traditional karate, taekwondo, hapkido, aikido. I mean, just a bunch of different styles and kind of meshed it all together, kind of like a true mixed martial arts, but very street oriented, very real world oriented, like not competition related, all of that. So, from a physical and health standpoint, having some kind of combatives training, I think, is important. Just being able to protect yourself when you ain't got a you know other weapon available to you, kind of standpoint. I mean, um, it's all important, I think. That's cool, Quasar. Oh, my boys both took classes with me. We all trained together. So my sensei actually retired, and right before he retired, I made red belt and was just starting to study for my black belt. And my boys just made brown belt and were fixing to study for their red belt. So that's kind of where we left off because he retired and turned the school over to a really good instructor that we were actually friends with and like. It just hasn't been where we could go to class, so we just kind of have to practice what we've got on our own, here at home, which kind of sucks because I'd like to get my black belt. I mean, we've been doing this since the boys were like in first grade, and my boys are both in college now. So that was kind of the other thing about our school is we weren't what was affectionately coined a McDojo. You didn't go in and buy your belt. Like since they told you when you were ready to test for a belt, and that was it. Other than that, you didn't ask, and you didn't get a belt every 6 months. It took years and years, and lots of blood and sweat, and black eyes and bloody lips, and achy muscles and sore joints, and all that. Like I said, it took me a long time just to get to red. So I was just starting my black belt studies. Aftermarket bolt carrier group and charging handle, I've just all I've got's all PSA. I know BCM obviously makes good stuff. Um, yeah, we actually did a little Jeet Kune Do stuff. Bruce Lee had some really good stuff. You mix in a little bit of that, a little bit of Tai Chi stuff here and there. Um, I really liked it because it wasn't really focused on any one thing. We did all kind of stuff. Gotcha. Yeah, like I said, I was starting to study for my black and kind of had to quit going. It sucks, but I kind of feel like I had my black because I ended up having to spar with all our black belts all the time anyway. So, is what it is, Quasar. Still some good stuff you can get from football, but yeah, my boys weren't ever into sports or anything. They're still not, but they definitely did the martial arts with me. It was kind of a family thing, the three of us. I've got pictures somewhere. Let's see. Oh, I did homeschool both of my boys. They were, well, they were homeschooled from fourth fourth grade on up. They were going to private school for kindergarten through fourth, and then we homeschooled them from fourth grade on. Hardest age? I don't know. My boys honestly have always been really good. I would say probably the hardest age is right now while they're both in college because they're starting to get out into the world and dealing with people, and now we're factoring girls into the situation and all the nightmare that brings, and yeesh. How did I meet Matt? I was a big fan of his books from the day he started writing them, and used to follow a lot of his stuff. And we, emailed a good bit. And then when he got ready to move from California to Florida, he was actually moving really close to me. So I offered to help him out and kind of help him get settled in when he got here, and it just kind of took off from there. Yeah, macaroni. I don't like letting them get too close to shoot, but Murphy's law dictates that if it can happen, it will happen, even if you do everything right. So I like to be able to have these guns workable in addition to the others. So martial arts will also teach you real quick that just because a guy isn't, you know, got 84-inch biceps and big rip chest can lay a hurting on you real bad, real fast. You ain't got to be ripped. Oh yeah, knife wounds. We did a lot of knife training. I did just enough knife training and still try to practice it when I can, but we did just enough for me to know I don't ever want to get into a knife fight. Not if I can avoid it. I do not want to get cut. Oh, Angry American's actually also a good friend of mine as well, and they've met Matt. Matt likes his stuff too, and vice versa. They actually get along. Yeah, knife fights are no bueno. Knife fights are no bueno. Am I not seeing your comments or something, Frank? Oh yeah, you're gonna get cut in a knife fight. That's absolutely 100%. The trick is you picking where you get cut at. Let me find out something here real quick because I'm curious. All right, now that I've done that, we're going to wrap up in just a minute, guys. Been over an hour now, and it's getting a little sore in the, well, not a little. It's getting a lot sore back there. Yeah, it's funny how that happens, Quasar. All right, so unless there's anything else you guys want to ramble about, I'm actually going to go take some medicine and chill out. Yeah, slow and messy and usually painful. Knife fights are cool as you bring a gun. Knife fights are even cooler when you don't get into them at all. Oh, right, guys. I somehow missed that one. I apologize, Frank. I was not ignoring you. I agree with that, Quasar, except there were two guys that I used to train with at our school, and one of them had two separate incidents. No, no. My instructor had a lady try to attack him and his family in town one night with a knife, and she was whacked out, brain fried on some uncontrolled substance, and he promptly rendered the limb holding the knife unusable and took said knife away from her. And one of my other buddies I trained with, and I'm still in touch with, he's been in a couple of fights where he didn't even have time to think about getting a knife out, and he sent the other guy to the hospital that had the knife both times. So be careful who you take a knife to go. Be careful who you fight with, period, because you don't ever know what the other guy is, which is why I try to avoid fighting with people absolutely as much as I can. I don't care if it's bare hands, knife, stick, gun, spoon, fork. I don't want to fight with anybody if I can avoid it, because I've trained and sparred with enough people to know looks can be very, very deceiving. You never know what that other guy is. And as good as you may be, the old rule applies. There is always somebody better. And I don't want to meet the guy that's better than me. I really don't. All right. Yep. I'm going to close it out, guys. I just wanted to, like I said, touch base and get live with y'all for a little bit. Hadn't done one in a few months. I'll try to see what we can do the rest of the year. I've got videos planned. I've got some things to deal with. We'll see what I can get done. So, yeah, Mozambique drills, Frank. Now your comments are showing up. I don't know why they weren't a while ago. But anyway, we're going to close it out, guys. You know the drill. Stay safe. Get out there and train. Keep watching what's going on. Keep watching what's going on. We're not heading in the right directions for things to get better. So we, meaning me and mine, are looking at things in a 12-month context right now. Look at next November as D-Day. You've got between now and then to get done whatever you need to get done. If next November comes and goes, then great, no problem. But use that as your time frame, because I am really concerned as we get closer to the election, things are going to heat up and go potentially downhill. Praying that they don't, because I don't want to do it. So anyway, you guys have a great week as well. Absolutely, Crazar. Prepare for the worst and pray for the best. See you guys later. Y'all be good.